Wholeness. Welcome to Seeds of Silver Tree here. Before I get deep into today's message, I just want to let you guys know I am at a laundromat right now, so it's a lot of hustle and bustle, and there's humming of the dryers, so please excuse the noise if you hear this a high pitch. If not, great, but if you hear it, I apologize beforehand. Whew. Nothing like a wash day, right? And I gotta wash this mane of hair. It's, you know, like when everything's dirty, and so you just have to designate a good chunk of your day to just cleaning everything. I get overwhelmed by cleaning, like having to clean the kitchen, having to clean my office, having to clean the clothes, having to wash my hair. It's just, it can be a lot for me anyway. But today's message is about connection and the importance of it. Let's see what I wrote down in my little notebook here. Connection. Don't forget to invest in your organic connection to your now reality. Sans internet. Sans meaning, in French it means without, right? Without the internet. A lot of how we connect with each other now is pretty much all digital. It's all virtual. It's automatic. It's, you know, people have access to you at any moment, any given day. I just had someone today text me. They called the wrong number, and it was a nice text message. It had something like, "Hey, Angela, are you going golfing tomorrow at 9 a.m.?" And it had a little golfing emoji in it, and I'm like, who's Angela? So I just responded kindly. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, you have the wrong number," and they are like all apologetic and wished me a good day. It was a nice interaction with a complete stranger I know nothing about, by accident. People have access to you by accident. I don't know how old my viewers are. I don't care. I'm not an ageist, but those of you who are in your 30s or and younger, you might have a harder time grasping a reality without a digital device, without emailing or texting or FaceTiming or Skyping or Vibering or you know, all this access, and we forget, with all this convenience, the convenience of access, we forget to connect with what's right in front of us. It's called reality. It's called the present moment, right? And I love present interactions with human beings. Right now I'm a little peopled out, and you know, I'm in the time of my shedding of life waters. If you're curious about what that is, make a comment down below and I'll explain it to you. It's quite natural. Let's just say it's a special time for women, right? But during this special time, it could be kind of like a downer for me after the first few days, and I'm just kind of like, I'm tuckered out, peopled out. But the weather's been so beautiful, but so incredibly hot, that I just want to go out and feel connected to my environment, to my community outside of the box, the sticks and bricks of my apartment, which I'm very grateful for, to have shelter. Very grateful to have electricity and running water and all the things that we take for granted. We take for granted the organic connections that we can have with one another. Stranger or no, family or foe, it doesn't matter. Find a way this summer, and we just had summer solstice this past week, so just, you know, make it a kind of a priority to get out there. A lot of the time during my season of, because I'm an alchemist, so, you know, I break things down in seasons and cycles for myself, and in this season of air for me, I have to really kind of stay indoors a lot of the time, and not necessarily physically, but just spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. I don't have a lot of interaction with people between April and June outside of work. So like, I was invited to this huge dance, EDM dance, party, rave, I think it was a rave. And I was really psyched about it, and then the days were like leading up to it, I didn't want to go anymore. I was just kind of like, because my current occupation is so people focused, I was kind of peopled out, And my younger self, I would have put more of an effort to drive all the way, to Michigan and go. I was invited by one of my colleagues who's a DJ musician professionally, and I'm like, I didn't go. I will though. I usually find myself doing that type of stuff in the fall or winter, maybe spring, but summertime, it's like, I just want to chill and relax, and prepare for fall and winter, so my goal this summer is to do some farming. I mentioned maybe a little bit of my travels, some of my travel down in the Southwest where I got into homesteading and volunteering with that. I use the website called Workaway. I might put a link down below. Check it out. If you've got some cash, stow it away. You want to save some money and not spend so much, and maybe you don't want to leave the country, but you want to stay in the US for the summer. There are lots of people through this website that need help, harvesting or planting or just managing their land, and they will offer you free room and board for like 6 days out of the week, and for exchange of your help. And I've been to, I think, about 3 different locations in my travels, and it was phenomenal. The first one was a vegetable farm, and the second was an herbal farm. The other one was it was a nanny job, but it was like a homestead sort of, and she had chickens, and she had me do a lot of random things around the house outside of the nannying stuff. But yeah, I love being connected to the earth. And one of the most powerful things that a human being can do is know how to grow your own damn food. Okay? I don't know about y'all, but for me, food security, everyone's always focused about job security, because with job security, you have the convenience. It buys you the convenience and the paytrix, okay? But when you go back to the matrix, you get in tune with the rhythm and the natural cycles of who you are. And so through food and learning about where you're getting the water supply from, learning about the importance of canning, learning about the importance of nurturing the land and keeping the land, just being in the know with it. And one of the most important things through my life experiences and working with community, I will say that the relationships are so incredibly important. Now, I have to be honest, do I stay in contact with all the people I've traveled with and that I've worked on their farms and whatnot? No. But I do know that I can call them and touch base with them, and 9 chances out of 10 they would invite me back. So it's that connection that you create with people in the physical that are really very important. I'm not trying to dog the digital virtual connections that we're making right now, where you're literally accessible through any means necessary. I think that we take human connection for granted, and we're in such desperate need of connection with ourselves that we will literally manifest as a human collective a whole world, virtual world, just to share and hear each other and to express our opinions and express ourselves, whether that's positive or negative. It's a human need to be and connect with others. And I think the more you seek out connection with others out of desperation, the more disconnected you are within yourself. So if you take the time to build organic connections with other people organically, I feel like it fulfills something within you and you become more whole. Wholesome relationships are needed at this time. It brings you down to earth. It grounds you, brings you in the present moment. I remember the meals that we broke together after a long week, a long hard day of harvesting and planting, and he had, oh my gosh, it was an amazing time. His wife, they were phenomenal cooks, and it was in New Mexico, so higher altitude. They grew all types of peppers, and they grew lots of garlic. And I remember the day they they began to make salsa, and I forgot the Mexican name for this, but it's when you roast the peppers, and we did that with like this fire, I don't know what you call it, but we it literally was like a fire hose. There was fire coming out of it, and we roasted the peppers like that. It was just so phenomenal, and we diced them up, made the homemade salsa, and the garlic smelled so wonderful, and you could just go up to any tree or any plant and just pluck and eat it and taste it, and the green beans were fresh. It was phenomenal. And people underestimate and over romanticize the reality of home